Welcome to World Conflict Watch, your frontline briefing on the most critical global events you won't hear about anywhere else. Today, we're diving deep into the top 7 hidden global conflicts the world is desperately trying to keep under wraps, but you absolutely must know about right now. These are conflicts simmering beneath the surface, shaping geopolitics, threatening millions, yet slipping under the radar of mainstream media. Buckle up, because what you're about to learn could change how you see the world. 7. The Nagorno-Karabakh standoff, a frozen powder keg. Nestled between Armenia and Azerbaijan lies Nagorno-Karabakh, a mountainous region whose fate has been contested for decades. The ceasefire brokered in 2020 barely paused a war that displaced hundreds of thousands and reshaped borders overnight. While the international community has shifted focus elsewhere, this conflict remains dangerously volatile. Armed skirmishes flare up regularly, and ethnic tensions run deep. Both Armenia and Azerbaijan remain militarized, with Russia and Turkey subtly backing different sides, turning this regional dispute into a proxy battlefield. The human cost is immense. Civilians live under constant threat, and the fragile peace could shatter at any moment, triggering a wider regional war with catastrophic consequences. 6. The Sahel Crisis, Africa's invisible war. Stretching across the Sahara's southern edge, the Sahel region is engulfed in a silent but brutal conflict. Countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger face insurgencies from jihadist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS, intertribal violence, and humanitarian disasters. What makes this conflict especially tragic is how little attention it receives globally. Millions are displaced, famine threatens vulnerable populations, and foreign powers, including France and Russia, are heavily involved, often clashing over influence. This instability threatens to destabilize the entire African continent and spur waves of migration that ripple far beyond the Sahel's borders. 5. The South China Sea dispute, a maritime chessboard. The South China Sea, vital for global trade, is also a hotbed of overlapping territorial claims from China, the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, and others. China's aggressive island building and militarization have alarmed neighbors and the U.S., risking confrontation between world powers. Despite being a focus of international concern, many underestimate the precariousness of this situation. Control over the sea lanes means control over trillions in trade and natural resources, making this dispute a potential flashpoint that could ignite a broader conflict involving multiple nations. 4. The Tigray War, Ethiopia's forgotten catastrophe. Since 2020, the Tigray region in Ethiopia has been engulfed in a brutal civil war that has claimed tens of thousands of lives and displaced millions. Despite its staggering humanitarian toll, including famine and widespread atrocities, media coverage remains sparse. The conflict pits the Ethiopian government against the Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, with neighboring Eritrea also involved. The war risks unraveling the Horn of Africa's fragile stability and threatens to trigger a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. 3. The Kashmir conflict, the world's most militarized zone. The conflict over Kashmir between India and Pakistan is one of the longest-running territorial disputes on Earth. Despite decades of wars, ceasefires, and peace talks, the region remains tense, militarized, and volatile. Recent years have seen a hardening of positions, crackdowns on local populations, and a resurgence of militant activity. The nuclear capabilities of both India and Pakistan make this one of the most dangerous flashpoints globally. Yet international attention to Kashmir has dwindled, even as underlying tensions threaten to erupt into wider conflict. 2. The Yemeni Civil War, the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Yemen's civil war has been raging since 2014, devastating the poorest country in the Arab world. The Saudi-led coalition's intervention has worsened the conflict, turning Yemen into a proxy battleground between Iran and Saudi Arabia. The result? Over 20 million people face starvation, millions are displaced, and healthcare systems have collapsed. This conflict is a humanitarian nightmare largely ignored by the global community, overshadowed by other world events. Its resolution remains elusive, and its consequences ripple throughout the Middle East and beyond. Number 1. The hidden cyber wars, battles you can't see but feel everywhere. Unlike traditional wars, cyber conflicts are fought in the shadows, invisible, relentless, and global. From state-sponsored attacks on critical infrastructure, election interference, to massive data breaches, these cyber wars threaten national security, economies, and privacy worldwide. Countries including the US, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea engage in this covert digital battle, with civilian and government systems caught in the crossfire. Because these conflicts don't look like traditional warfare, they're often overlooked, but the impact is real and growing every day. These 7 hidden global conflicts reveal a world far more unstable and complex than the headlines suggest. Ignorance isn't bliss, it's dangerous. By understanding these crises, you're better equipped to grasp how global power shifts, humanitarian disasters, and silent wars affect us all. If you found this briefing eye-opening, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of history as it unfolds. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Which hidden conflict shocked you the most, and what do you think the world should do next? Thanks for watching World Conflict Watch. Until next time, stay informed, stay vigilant.